Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be in the Open Ultra League. Open Ultra League is back, so we're going to try this team here. We have a ABA team. This is a Cobalion Cresselia and Virizion team. It looks like we have a spicy Raichu Ultra League version. It is pretty good against our entire team. They go for the wild charge and they're probably going to dip. Oh, great catch by my opponent right there. Switching into their Jellicent to catch a really inefficient Sacred Sword there. And here, we're just going to do our best to recover. Go into our Virizion versus that Jellicent. This Jellicent should be able to be taken out. Unless we're trying to... Let's see. Unless we're trying to sacrifice this and just do a lot of damage. We go for the Leaf Blade here. This Leaf Blade potentially could KO. They actually shield. Interesting. So we have a decision to make. Are we going to let this go or are we going to shield it? We decide to let it go because we think they have something pretty good against the Jellicent. Or, excuse me, they have something pretty good against the Virizion. They double shield. Wow. Double shielding the Jellicent for what? We unfortunately shield a Surf right there. Ooh. They actually are able to get to another Surf, so we're going to let this go. Here we go for the Grass Knot. This Grass Knot will be able to KO unless we try to undercharge, but I think it's better just to take it out now. Here they come back in with their Raichu. Going to probably throw the Wild Charge and dip. Ooh, and they actually end up having the Ninetales. So it was a decent play to let the Virizion go because they had a really good counter to their backline. Unfortunately, this Cresselia just is not going to be able to outbulk. I think the play right here came down to that lead. I threw the inefficient Sacred Sword at that Jellicent when I could be using all that energy towards this Alola Ninetales. If I had saved all that energy and just taken out the Jellicent with my Virizion, maybe this game would have turned around a lot better. But GG's to our opponent right there. They did a really good job on switching in and out and catching moves. And on to the next. So, generally, we want to stay in the lead because we do have an ABA lineup here. Okay, this is pretty solid. We're doing double super effective fast moves. As you can see, their Obstagoon is almost close to half health already. We're going to tank this Cross Chop. Here, we're going to throw in KO. It looks like they're also potentially running ABA, or they're just gonna, okay, they do let it go. What else do they have in the back? Charizard? What do we think? Okay, it is Charizard. Okay, makes sense. Charizard, Obstagoon, 4. We go for the Stone Edge because we want at least a shield coming into our backline, because as you can see, our backline is extremely weak to Charizard. We force them to use some energy. They actually aren't able to KO us with the Dragon Claw, so we are able to get some chip damage. This is good chip damage with the Sacred Sword. So that Cobalion not only took out the Obstagoon, but it did roughly 30 to 35% on this Charizard, which is fantastic. Because now, with the addition of these Psycho Cuts, this Moonblast plus probably a Grass Knot will be potentially enough to KO this Charizard. We are able to tank a Blastman right there. Let's see if they're trying to CMP. So they try to switch out. Unfortunately for them, we have the other counter to their Cobalion. So they were running an ABA team. We do have the better matchup here because Virizion isn't super effective weak to fighting, as this Cobalion is super effective weak to fighting. So we will be able to win this matchup. But let's see if we try to overfarm here. Okay, it looks like we're trying to overfarm barely enough for 2 Sacred Swords. The idea is throw this Sacred Sword to potentially KO. Okay, it doesn't KO. Okay. Let's see what we do here. Do we shield and farm down, or do we let this go and farm down? Okay. So we're just going to throw a move to KO this Cobalion, because we already got enough energy to throw another Moonblast, or close to a Moonblast. We don't need another Moonblast, but we're able to just get to one, so we might as well just throw it. And GG's to our opponent right there. Unfortunate for them, we were also running an ABA team, but it was pretty much the counter to their team. Yeah, if we see Charizard in the back without some kind of advantage, shield advantage, or even energy advantage, it's very, very difficult to come back from that. All right. If we can get... Okay, so let's see how we wiggle out of this one. This is probably... well, it's okay, but it's still a bad situation if we aren't able to win this or get this low enough so we can farm it down with something. So they go for the bait. And then we're also going to go for the bait. So both of us got one shield, which is pretty good. So they won CMP. This is going to probably be a shield from us. Okay, makes sense. And we're going to basically force out another shield. We need either shields down or to get rid of this Charizard. So nice work by my opponent right there. They're able to get to another Blastman. This Blastman will take out this Cobalion really easily. And then they actually switch out into the Gyarados. This Gyarados, even though it's doing neutral Dragon Breath, there are no moves this Gyarados could throw at us that's super effective if it's running the traditional Aqua Tail and Crunch. So now the idea is somehow get enough energy to throw either a Sacred Sword or even two Sacred Swords at the Charizard. Okay, it looks like that's what we're trying to do. We go for the Leaf Blade here, which should take care of the Gyarados. We're waiting for the Charizard to come back in. It does come back in. We throw the Sacred Sword. We're trying our best to get to another one. Okay, we actually don't. We're just going to switch out and race to the next move. We want the extra energy for the back line because we don't know. Oh, it ends up being a Swampert. Is this possible to come back? We know that one Grass Knot unfortunately does not KO. We do one extra fast move there, and then we throw our Grass Knot. They have to go for Blast Burn. We're trying our best. Okay, it's a CMP tie. This Blast Burn will KO. Oh, it doesn't. Hold on. We go for the Grass Knot here. Do we have enough health to get to a Sacred Sword? Oh. Unfortunate. We were one fast move away from coming back from that really, really terrible lead. Honestly, maybe we could have gotten one more fast move from that Swampert. Either that or we let the Swampert use the energy, and then maybe we farm down with our Virizion. So that was a really, really close end game right there. Against a Pidgeot lead, it is favorable for the Cobalion because we know that we can tank a Brave Bird, so we let it go. They actually go for the Brave Bird, and they come in with a Toxic Croak. So we have to come in with our Cresselia because we are doing double super effective Cycle Cuts. I mean, just the fast moves alone took it down to half health. So we're gonna throw the neutral, Moon Blast right there to almost take it out, and then we're just going to farm it down so we have energy for their Pidgeot. Their Pidgeot used a Brave Bird, so we know that they don't have any energy left. No need to bait, we're just going to go for the Moon Blast. They throw right on our CMP, so we're not going to shield here. They actually go for the Feather Dance bait. And then we're just going to go for another Moon Blast because why not? We're not going to switch out because we know that we have a terrible matchup with our Virizion, so we don't want to get ourselves switch locked. We end up getting to another Moonblast. They have a ton of energy. We know that our Cobalion has energy. They actually catch one of our Sacred Swords on their Surfetched here, so nice play by them. Now we just have to farm down because we have two shields, and the only move that we have to worry about is a Brave Bird. They actually go for the Brave Bird, and now we're just going to be able to counter it down. Fast move it down, double kicks, and then we know that we can shield once and throw two Sacred Swords. Even if we get debuffed here, we have so much energy, we're going to be able to throw at this Pidgeot. It should be GG's. There goes one shield. Here we go for a back-to-back. This back-to-back, does it KO? It does KO, so GG's to our opponent right there. That was unfortunate for them that they actually had Toxicroak because we got a ton of energy. Our Cresselia threw one Moonblast at the Toxicroak, two additional Moonblasts towards the Pidgeot, so we got a ton of value out of our Cresselia. Here we have a really good lead. Let's see if they're going to switch out. Ooh, the fact that they're not switching out tells me, okay, nice catch. Well done, well done. we actually need this Gliscor out of here because we know that we are kind of weak to this in the back. We're going to go ahead and throw this Moonblaster. This Moonblast is going to be able to do some chip damage. They actually go for the Earthquake. So they are debuffed, which is nice. The debuff will help us win this matchup. If not, get some shields. This Moonblast possibly K... No, it doesn't. Okay, but because we know that they're debuffed, we're not going to be get taken out. We know we can potentially just farm down. Really good. So they actually come back in with their Scrafty, but because we have 2 counters to the Scrafty, we decided to switch out into the Cobalion here, and just to see what they have in the back. At this point, they've only revealed that they have a core of Scrafty and Gliscor. I have no idea what's in the back. The fact that they're staying in, they definitely don't want to see this in the back. Potentially, it could be a Obstagoon. I don't see why else they haven't switched out at this point. And that is GG's. We just countered the jump and they're still not switching out. So it looks like they were extremely weak to our ABA fighting line. So check out this team. Let us know if you are going to try it, and let us know if you enjoy the video.